Everyone is asking, should Bellevue replace Mulan as commander? The answer is simple but game changing. If you're still unsure whether where you're going to put your medals, obviously it's going to be on the boat of the heroes, but where you should focus more your medals. I really hope this video will save you weeks of grinding and wasted XP. Mulan commander role is unmatched for warrior archers, and here is why. Now, first thing that you're going to notice is the stars. Obviously the stars is going to be the first place we're going to start, but actually not the stars, is going to be the commander skill, because the commander in the Legion, the commander is executing the commander skill. That's basically this spell here, and deals 4 rapid fire instances might damage to the target. Damage rate, some percentage, strongly depend how much you level up your Mulan. Might bonus get 150 initial rage upon entering in the battle. Now she's having like 250 rage, and if you get like 150 just by entering in the battle, that means the first execution of this spell is going to be after 100, basically 100 rage, which is going to give you a chance to fire before the enemy, because this is extremely fast and speed execution of commander skill. Now the damage is obviously going to be 4 instances. It's going to be 4, 5, 600% my damage for this level, for level 40. We have to also mention that. But there is something, let's check it out. Bellevue, obviously she's level 35 because I still have to level up her a little. Let's get the final levels for Bellevue, so she can have this level 40 spell. So yeah, let's check it out. Deals 3 instances, here is not 4 but 3 instances of damage to the target. Damage rate 200%, which is going to be 600 again like Mulan. Maybe extra 20%, Mulan is going to do more damage, but 600% against 600 and a little. I mean, it's basically the same amount of damage. Increasing the hero might damage by 25%, might bonus for 6 seconds. Gains 100 initial range upon entering in the battle. Here we're looking that we have 300. So on the first side you have Mulan that is going to execute her spell when entering in the battle after 100 rage, and we have Bellevue that she's going to execute her commander skill after 200 rage when she enters in the battle. I mean, this is like 2 times longer period. On one side 100, on the second side is 200. The damage is looking the same, but in the same time the Bellevue is getting something in extra, and this is increasing the hero's might damage by 35%, might bonus for 6 seconds. But this is applying to all the heroes. This, I mean, it's a good one, but still, so far I can give point here for Mulan. But we have to keep something in mind. The stars is boosting the signature skills. So for Bellevue to be effective is no problem. She's going to be a commander or she's going to be a deputy, just because all the boost is going for the signature skill. On the other side we're having Mulan, where the first spell is actually the commander skill boost. So we're going to see what is going to give. Reduce the troop damage taken. Oh my god. Increase the damage rate of each instances of flying swallow by 10%. I think it's actually adapted already to the commander skill. Yeah, this is just a little boost more from the Bellevue. But at the end of the day, if Mulan is not a commander, this spell is not going to be valid. This spell is just the first star. You're losing the first star. Of course, this don't mean when you see somebody with commander skill boost in the star rating that this hero should go and be a commander. I don't say that, but I'm just saying that rank 1 star is not going to be active if Mulan is a deputy of Bellevue. And I have tested Mulan and Bellevue in open field, where in this situation, when I test them, just Mulan continue bringing better results in the testing. So this is coming from the test. In the same time, just by looking the descriptions of the heroes and the spells they're having, is still going to put me in the Mulan side. Now, where is the Bellevue shines the most? And when I test her, also I speak with other people. Mulan, Bellevue, and Tio or maybe Rennie was a hot item for so long. Right now, Mulan and Bellevue is working, is going hand to hand. On the other side, you can change the third one. Some people are using Josephine. Not quite sure this is a right pick, but this is topic for other video. But still, the Bellevue shines when she's in the second or third spot, not up front. And it's mostly because of the damage she's doing. I think she can do absolutely crazy amount of damage. I really like this hero, but yeah, I don't think that here we're talking about the commander. Obviously, it's going to be in the time of execution is going to have some little difference who on which spot is, but I think the majority of the time is not only commander skill, but also you have to keep in mind which hero, which spell is executed after which one. Obviously, this one is activational chance 100%. This type of activated under certain condition spell, and I think also the Mulan is the same one, if I remember right. Here, oh no, yeah, here we have actually activational chance, which is you have to proc this spell to be triggered in. And by using Bellevue behind the Mulan, the difference it make was double attacks, uptime, and also the survivability. But you have to keep something in mind about the survivability. Now, people by listening the survivability, immediately in their heads is becoming defense, damage reduction, and stuff like this. But on one side, marksman's is squishy. We have to first know that marksmans can easily get killed because they have the higher attack, but in the same time they have the lower defense. So one thing cost on the other thing. But if you kill faster, it's just going to increase the survivability, because you're basically killing faster. By killing faster, you have less losses. So yeah, just by having Bellevue after the Mulan, is just bringing the best results for me. Even a 3-star Mulan outperformed Bellevue in the lead position. I actually test that with one friend who is having invested in Bellevue. I have her on 1 star. I don't know, maybe because of legendary advent, but yeah, I just have her 1 star. I invest in the Mulan back in the days when I started playing Age of Empire Mobile, and so far I didn't actually touch her because I invested in a couple of heroes. It was not good strategy. Hit the like if you also feel this thing where you invest in many heroes and at one point you're like, I actually need to invest in this hero and I don't have enough universal legendary medals. It's a little frustrating, but we're learning, and especially right now the people start playing Age of Empire Mobile just have this data knowledge already before after the people who already make so many mistakes and etc. But yeah, so far this is going to be for this video. I'm not going to make it more long. Testing, hero description, everything is leading to Mulan as a commander. If you think to go with Bellevue, you're just going to reduce your damage output. This is my personal opinion. You're going to lose from Mulan 1 star, which is boosting the commander spell. Even though 1 star is not some crazy boost, but if you start losing small things just by one change and the results is not that good, obviously this is not the right strategy. So yeah, again, this will for this video, guys. Make sure to hit one like, subscribe if you're new here. Let me know in the comments what you think, your personal opinion over Bellevue or Mulan as a commander. I wish you a great day and see you in the next video.